I believe that JD Vance and his wife Usha Vance will likely separate and initiate a divorce starting in 2027. This is Usha Vance's 2027 solar return chart in sidereal astrology. Venus is in the 12th house and it's at 5 degrees and 55 minutes. In numerology, 555 represents major change. When Venus is in the 12th house of a solar return chart, it typically indicates that the person will become single or they will want to be single. Venus is also opposing Uranus. And in a solar return chart, if you're in a relationship or married, that can indicate a lot of turbulence in the relationship or marriage. And that also indicates her wanting to rebel and act out and possibly leave the partnership. This is Usha Vance's 2027 Venus return chart, and Venus is squaring Saturn in the 12th house. Having Venus square Saturn in a Venus return chart or a solar return chart indicates that there is going to be a lot of turmoil, emotional turmoil, and restrictions and inhibitions. Having Venus square Saturn in a solar return chart or a Venus return chart indicates there's basically going to be a lot of emotional turmoil in her marriage. Her marriage and herself will undergo a lot of test from the universe. And if the relationship or the marriage is already on shaky ground, then it will unlikely survive. She also has Pluto nearly conjunct the MC in the 10th house. And in a solar return or Venus return chart, that normally indicates that her public reputation and her social status as a married woman could possibly change majorly. And an example of that would be her going from married to separated. She is currently in a Saturn-Jupiter Dasha period, which began January of 2025. It will come to an end in August of 2027. This is Usha Vance's D1 natal chart, and Jupiter is the 7th house lord. Saturn is the 8th house lord, and her Saturn happens to be in the 6th house. Her Dasha period, along with the transits in her solar return and Venus return for 2027, could likely initiate a separation and a divorce. The reason why the 6th house would trigger that is because technically the 6th house is 12 houses away from the 7th house. So the 6th house can actually activate divorce.